Hey y'all, I wanted to share with you a new poster that I created for my art room, and I have made this into a free downloadable PDF. If it's something that you want in your art Teacherin world, fine by me. You take it and share it with your students. But the way this idea came about was I saw something posted on Facebook, and it was all about fake reading versus real reading. So apparently a literacy or reading teacher had created a poster for her room, and it said things like fake reading is flipping through the pages, real reading is actually reading the words. What do you know? Fake reading is talking to your friends, real reading is reading, which you can't read and talk at the same time. And as I was looking at that poster, I was like, oh my gosh, that's genius. So I decided to create a fake creating and a real creating poster. By the way, if you happen to know the person who came up with the real reading versus fake, because I couldn't find the source, love to know, to give the credit to them, because I was really excited when I got the idea to kind of change their wording to work in my art Teacherin world. So the reason this comes about is because I actually have a couple of classes that do a lot more fake creating and not working and not focusing than others. And it's really frustrating to me. So I want to really instill in them what the difference is between fake creating, which is basically just messing around and wasting time, versus real creating, because it's not only hindering their art experience, but anybody else who's in the room with them, including their art teacher. So let me just run through what I came up with. So fake creating is you're distracted. You're all over the place. You're looking at your friends, you're talking to your neighbors, you're looking everywhere but at your artwork. You're distracted. If you're real creating, you're focused. You're engaged in your own masterpiece making world. If you are fake creating, that not only are you distracted, but you are distracting. There's people trying to work here, man. And of course, it's difficult for them because you are distracting them. Real creatives, though, they are calm and they are quiet. Now, I will say that I got some flack for using the word quiet, because some people said, yeah, but some creatives, they have to talk their ideas out. They have to be a little distracting to get their ideas to come to fruition. Well, I get it. But when we're talking about kids who are learning how to learn and learning how to create, then that's going to require them to be calm. That's going to require them to be quiet so that they can focus on their own work. So if this kind of verbiage and this kind of language doesn't work for you, then guess what? You don't have to use it. Back to the poster. Works fast. Any of you guys got any fast workers in your room? I did. So I need them to know that they need to slow down. And usually they know they can't work fast in my room, because I'm just going to be like, ow. You can work fast all you like, but you're going to be going back and redoing it. So you might as well slow your roll. And takes time is the real creating version of that. If you're fake creating, you skip steps. Again, got some flack for that one. Y'all, I have steps in my room because there are steps to creating. If you're going to be sewing, first you have to cut your thread, then you have to get a needle threader, then you have to thread your needle, then you have to tie your knot, and then you can sew. There are some things that when you're creating, you can't skip steps. So of course, if you are real creating, then you are mindful making. You're engaged in what you're doing, and you have your mind on the steps so that you can follow them. Copying ideas versus original ideas. I don't think there needs to be any explanation, although I feel like I do have to talk about it for a moment, because I think that even as adults, I'm starting to see more and more adults heavy borrowing ideas and not necessarily coming up with ideas of their own. So I feel like that's something that we do need to address with our students. Careless work versus best work, masterpiece versus masterpiece. Now, I plan to create a video like I'm doing right now, explaining it to you. I plan to make one of those kind of videos for my students. One that's engaging, one that they'll understand, the difference between fake creating and real creating. But like I said, feel free to use this in your art Teacherin world. Would appreciate credit. Thank you much. And yeah, it'll be a free downloadable PDF on my blog when I get my life together. Don't know when that's going to be. Thank you guys for letting me share something I'm super excited about. Toodles. Did I really just say toodles? Do people say toodles anymore? I don't know. I'm pressing the stop button. Press it.